looking at the remaining strength of schedule as much about who they're playing than how they're playing, right, Candace? Because Lakers have kind of beaten themselves in a couple of these losses.
Well, you talk about teams that are going to make the playoffs and good teams. You talk about winning at home and beating the teams that you should beat. And in the Lakers' case, you mentioned in the game since All-Star break, losing to Memphis Grizzlies, losing to an Anthony Davis-less Pelican team, and then following that up and losing to a Phoenix Suns team. I mean, that's not a recipe for trying to catch up or gain any games.
Lead is 8, just getting started underway in the second quarter. Nice look from LeBron inside to Hart for the finish, and the lead is 10.
Very good pass. Right on the money, and Hart did a nice job of reading the play. Garrett Temple not letting him come off the screen, so he just backdoor, and LeBron put it right on the money.
Aaron pass leads to the Lakers off a turnover. No good from KCP, and Wallace will take it the other way for the Clippers. Guarded by Bullock. Finds his way in, loses a handle. Extra pass to Michael Green, but we're going back the other way. The turnovers, when the Clippers don't have, as you look at the inside feed to Hart, when Wallace has been running the floor, you notice the difference without Beverly there and without even the younger guard in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, not a natural point guard on the floor.
Tough shots from KCP.
Wallace, Williams, JaMychal Green from the corner is good.
He is comfortable shooting three ball. 45% from three. Those are great numbers for JaMychal Green.
LeBron can't get it to go. Wagner the rebound. Bullock looking hard inside for James. Errant pass. Wallace will take the other way. Hard foul from Bullock.
These are fouls I don't like. Give a little look.
What fouls did you like?
No, I'm just saying when you're up in the air that way, I'd rather for a guy to grab me.
Yeah.
And not just grab my arm.
Yep. Here's another look at the foul, Smitty. What did you see here?
Well, I would love you to just wrap me up, Candace, up top. Make sure you obviously you foul where you don't let both arms get up. But when you grab one arm and my momentum is going, that's when it becomes a kind of a hard way to be able to brace yourself when you fall.
Lakers up 5. LeBron off the switch, guarded by Lou Will. Wagner top of the key, no good.
Good closeout by JaMychal Green. Play down near the paint to be able to help on the drive against LeBron with Lou Williams, and then to be able to get back out and contest.
Lou gets fouled. There is a talent about knowing how to get fouled, and Lou Williams knows almost every time, seemingly, Candace, that we do his games. Even if he's not going to make the shot, he'll find his way to the line. He almost absorbs contact purposely, then tries to get the shot.
Well, I can remember years and years ago with Kevin Durant with the sweep through, getting people on that three-point shot, and then the NBA almost had to go to new lengths to change the rule because everybody started emulating that move. And now, I mean, people.
Well, so far we've seen Patrick Beverly, we've seen Lou Williams, we've seen Wallace. They haven't even sometimes needed the switches. Let's see what happens here. Finds Rondo. JaVale against Harrell. Looked for Bullock, Smitty couldn't find him and then missed the shot.
Yeah, Bullock was open for a second. I think JaVale didn't feel comfortable making that pass, and there's Montrezl Harrell. We haven't heard his name, but that length of JaVale McGee gave him some problems on that play.
I was going to say, Harrell a week ago tonight with his career high with 30. Nice look inside from Green, but a swat from JaVale on Wallace.
JaVale, fantastic defensive possession for him. And this is JaVale we saw earlier in the season, where he was just controlling the paint, running the court. Offensively, he was good. Look at JaVale absorb the contact and block that one, and then the next one he blocks. I've been loving the play of JaVale McGee.
Nice look from Rondo to LeBron for the easy finish.
Smitty, as a strategy change, we just talked about it earlier. Early on, Doc going with smaller defenders like Temple and Beverly against LeBron, that just changed up. What are your thoughts?
Well, you know, Doc is just trying to throw as many bodies as he can, different looks. Usually great players figure it out, and that's what LeBron James is starting to do along with Luke Walton. You can see right now he's going to deny. They had everybody lifted up. And that's when your teammates are going to start telling you and communicate. You can't keep denying it because all 4 other players were lifted, and Rondo made a great pass. Communication by the Clippers was not there on that play, Casey.
Yeah, you pointed it out, Smitty, before, as you see 31 to pass MJ on the list. But, Candace, we've seen Montrezl Harrell for those, and this isn't even over communicating how great he's been. He's been one of the most improved players in the league. But he's also one of the feistiest, hardest workers. And it's rare you go a quarter plus where it seems like we haven't seen much. We'll see if he gets going.
Well, obviously,
Right on
Harold
cue.
is undersized, but he uses his body and his athleticism and his motor constantly. And he's one of those players that will wear you down. He doesn't start the basketball game, but he finishes almost all of them.
How about Rondo from 3? The exhibition from distance continues.
Obviously feeling comfortable and been working on that. Good pass by Lou Will. Montrezl Harrell is playing bully ball, Candace. He is catching it, saying, I'm just going to locate your chest, JaVale, and we'll go through it.
Bumped JaVale right out of the way, got the lay-in, and cut the lead back to 1. Kuzma working on Beverly. Again, Candace, that mismatch in size for the Laker forwards.
I'd like to see Kuzma get to his positions a little bit. I think he settled a little bit for his shot against an undersized Beverly.
Lou Will, creative way to find the Beverly shot, which is no good. Lakers go the other way quickly. Rondo.
Man, he battles. Look at Patrick Beverly basically looked and said, hey, there's no mismatch. In his mind, he feels like he's the biggest player on the court, Kansas. He is battling down there on block.
Well, that's what he's known for, and he'll remind you first team all defense if you don't know, Smitty.
And amazing as you see the 3 for the quarter, no good, how he really boxed out McGee by himself. Harrell inside. Nice move on JaVale, and that's the Montrezl Harrell Clipper fans have seen all year.
I'm loving this from Montrezl Harrell.
Harrell and the Clippers, Smitty, woke up. The lead.
Undersized, undermatched, but he still gets a hand on the ball.
You think about pound for pound toughness, and to have on the same team, we go back to the question, the poll question, right, about the overachieving. And then you look at Doc's coaching. You've got Beverly, you've got Lou Will, you've got Harrell, you've got a lot of grab the lunch pail, right? Put it on the backpack and let's go to work kind of guys on the floor. And it doesn't seem like, Smitty, there's ever an eye whatsoever. I know that's something that's over talked about, but they don't have the talent clearly of Golden State, but the unselfishness is there where they really are there to get the open shot regardless who it is.
It is, and I think they let their offense create offense for them. Man, they execute. They let the offense, the ball finds the open guy. And then you have guys as leaders in Patrick Beverly. They had Avery Bradley. They have replaced Avery Bradley with like the Garrett Temple. Guys that come out, and like you said, hard-head guys.
Harrell hangs tough on JaVale. Clippers look to extend their lead. Lakers were up by as many as 10.
And I'm not Luke Walton, but I don't know if out of a timeout I want a JaVale McGee fadeaway bank shot from the block.
Deep shot in and out. Lakers ought the rebound the other way. Rondo. He's got a couple of threes already in this game. This time goes inside, off glass, and puts it home.
Great job by Rondo and an extremely hard, good pick by JaVale McGee to get Rondo open.
11 for Rondo, 6 assists. Harrell. Nice defense there from Bullock.
And it just seems like a player like Harrell, you can't let him find your body because that is to his advantage. And you saw Bullock came over, Harold was looking for the contact, and he stayed away and used his length.
Gallinari thought about getting it back to Beverly. Harrell will take the jumper in and out. Rondo, the big board. He's been very effective tonight.
And I think with Kuzma, Going into next season, he definitely has to improve that left hand going left off the dribble. They throw it up to him right in transition. That's a bucket. Left, it seems like the league has kind of caught on to what he likes to do.
Yeah, that scouting report. I got choked up.
I thought we lost Smitty there for a second.
I thought
Those
so
basketball
too.
years Candace was talking
that
about.
popcorn.
We're getting to him. Shabbat by Bullock, looks for Gallo. The three is good.
Good basketball by Shannon. Been able to draw it, drive it to the baseline. Usually try to get baseline drive, baseline drift. But also, you knew you had Gallinari, a 6'10" guy behind you, could throw it back to him.
Tight game, back and forth lately. Again, Lakers were up double digits. JaVale, handoff to Bullock. Looking for Kuzma. Recovers, tries to get it to the top of Beverly, the steal. By Rondo, and a foul.
And look at the intensity on his face from Patrick Beverly. You gotta love it. You will definitely want to go in a game with Patrick Beverly because you know what kind of effort he's going to give you. That type of effort, Candace, it makes you even play harder because you guys saying, I can't let him play this hard and I'm not matching his energy as a teammate.
Definitely, as a teammate, Patrick Beverly can raise the level of his teammates' energy and effort just by being on the floor. And then when you put Harrell on the floor as well, I mean, those are two individuals you don't want to play against.
You can see he's trying to draw contact on every play. Physicality of Patrick Beverly at his size, it's a treat to watch.
And his shot from three has been effective as of late, which is something that where they really have trailed off him a lot and given him space, and he's made the opponents pay. Lead is 4 for the Clippers. LeBron back in the game, and we will follow his chase, not only for this W, individually, of course, the all-time ranks with Michael Jordan. You can look at the box in 1 as we isolate and give you a little box on LeBron as Gilgeous-Alexander goes off the glass to put it to 6.
How good was that by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Candace? The double team left his man. Instead of standing at the three-point line, he just fouled him and went right under the basket.
Rondo takes the 3, no good. Shabbat goes the other way. Little stutter step to LeBron, out to Gilgeous-Alexander, worked on by Rondo. The Kentucky products. Oh, Harrell, the spin off Hart, but too hard off glass. LeBron to the paint and the roll. Chance to go to the line for a 3-point play.
It's amazing the strength that LeBron James has. I mean, you see him in transition. The entire Clippers defense is back and set, and it doesn't matter, going to his left hand and finishing strong.
Going downhill, Candace, Casey. Giannis or LeBron James, and LeBron James in his prime, not now because he's still good, but which one would you take? Just going downhill. We're not talking about their games.
Take a charge from or
No,
take
just-
like to score?
Who's the best going downhill, get to the bucket to score?
I mean, his strides, Candace, are what really stand out to you, almost 2 from half court.
But I think Smitty is talking about,
No,
27 of 29 against Detroit Pistons, LeBron. I think that's what he's talking about in the third or fourth quarter. I mean, I think people are forgetting what LeBron did in Cleveland that year before he left, or 2 years before he left to go to Miami. I mean, that prime LeBron coming in transition, I think it's similar to Giannis.
Somebody who didn't forget LeBron when he came back to Cleveland, I know, is our friend, our architect of Second Spectrum, filmmaking and more. As you see the 3 good from Hart. That's David Griffin. Griff, what do you got?
Yeah, Candace, you talked about LeBron taking it to the basket, and you guys were debating LeBron or Giannis. You're going to see LeBron start to attack a little bit more, I think.
Ingram, and I think they said, oh, well, he's not growing enough in terms of his game, and maybe he's some. How about your impression of him going through all the trade talk and coming out of it playing his best basketball?
I think people have to look at Ingram minus Kyle Kuzma. People looked at where Kyle Kuzma was drafted and saying that why is not Brandon Ingram, because he was drafted so high, not playing as well as Kyle Kuzma, but he has progressed. at his pace, and obviously you want to speed it up. But he has progressed into a player right now, and I know they're not winning, but I think he's made a lot of strides, you know, and I think for him is to keep going and not worry about the noise. He's getting better and better. He's still young. I think we look at players where they're drafted and think instantly young guys should be ready to step on the court and do everything. Physically, just wasn't ready at the beginning. And I look at the Lakers right now, just like Candace said, with Rondo, with LeBron James, in early transition, they are pretty good, and they can knock down shots. Who can score when the game slows down in a half court other than LeBron and Kuzma? They need somebody else tonight because there's no Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, you see Hart there, who we talked about it in recent times, hasn't played as many minutes, been as efficient. He's been very good in this game. Hits the open three, and Gallo, falling down, finds a way to get it home.
Hey, Smitty, to your point, talking about the mid-range game, you know, there's a story circulating about Carmelo and the Lakers having a mutual interest. Talk somewhat fell off since the Lakers aren't necessarily in playoff contention. Can Melo help this team, or is there another team that you see Melo could potentially help that's still a playoff contender?
You know, I thought if the Lakers were in the playoffs, he's a great fit for them, playing with, you know, LeBron James. And we saw Melo, one of the best players, I think, in, you know, Olympic international play for the United States, being able to play off of LeBron, just catch and shoot, catch and run. He's not the Melo of old, but a guy who I thought could come in and get 10, 11 points, 12 points for the Lakers. Another guy in offense if they made the playoffs. Now, no Lakers. Now you have to see what kind of team where, as a veteran, and where his style will have disrupted anybody.
LeBron hits a three, not disrupted there. It puts the Lakers back on top. 55-54, under 2 to go in the half. Gallinari, smaller Hart on him. LeBron comes to double. Back to Gallo. The three over Hart is good. Josh Hart came down gingerly after the play. And you've talked about the injuries he's been battling, Candace, already.
And when your body's not right, other things go. You saw him contest that Gallinari three and came down on his foot.
No problem here getting to the rack. Passes it to LeBron instead. Backs up. The three over Gallinari, no good. And the rebound eventually to Harrell. Under a minute to go in the half. Lead is 2.
See the smaller player just taking out Gallinari's knees. Wow, Josh Hart done a nice job against Montrezl Harrell. I think they called it traveling.
It's just unbelievable to me calling travel within the post players, but letting some of the things go out on the perimeter. And I'm speaking from a post player's point of view, Smitty. I'm not saying I'm not biased.
LeBron in the post for another lay-in, so LeBron James getting hot as the quarter winds down, and the Lakers and Clippers are tied at 57 and a good one. 23 away from passing, number 23.
Pass.
And when you have a big in a situation like that, that can catch the ball in traffic and make an interior pass to their buddy in the paint, that's special.
Okay. LeBron and everyone else watches it roll, picks it up and says, hey, why not? Gallinari gets thrown down in a foul, and then some.
Okay, he got pushed to the floor.
I was going to say,
hard.
yes. So you're saying there was embellishment, perhaps?
No, I thought he lost his balance. It was a nice little push. Not that hard, but he sold it.
Have you ever seen the ball rolling technique, which to me is something often misunderstood from many of us? I don't think I've ever watched it roll that long and seen the player, and it is LeBron, he can do whatever he wants, one of the best ever, but pick it up and just take a three.
That's a first for me. I'll admit, Casey.
You know, as you had said, he had started rolling, so he was feeling himself.
Right.
But
take another look at this. So I've never seen this before. Have you? Like Tom Hanks watching Wilson roll on the beach.
And I thought Montrezl Harrell played it right. Candace, you want to go at him, and he gets an angle to the bucket. So you want to live with something. I live with him taking a shot.
With the ball rolling 94 feet and him shooting a three, Smitty?
No, I said Montrezl Harrell, the way he played.
Oh, well,
I wouldn't go up there. You know, I wouldn't go up.
Gotta go up and
do what?
Not let him take an open three.
You missed it.
That's all that matters. Clippers up by 4,
Where are the
by the
advanced
way.
stats when we need them?
In the meantime,
Second spectrum, can they put a number on the ball while it's rolling?
difference in the shot clock and the game clock, about 3 seconds. LeBron will take an opportunity. Thornwell gets past him. He's got Gallo, the spin. And we're going the other way. So Gallinari, who has had a couple of big buckets from deep and inside in the past 2 minutes, takes one to the face.
Nice little elbow. It's definitely an offensive foul.
The chest attached to the chin-ish. 2 seconds to go in the half. Lou Williams, if anyone can, it's him, but he can't. And the lead is 4. So the Clippers trail by 10. They bounce back.